Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Friday, September 22nd, 2023. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with WWE Corporate news. Cuts to the WWE talent roster took place yesterday. Most prominent among the wrestlers confirmed to have been released was Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler, real name Nick Nemeth, had been with WWE since starting in developmental for OVW in 2004. He had his first main roster match in 2005 after spending some time as a member of the Spirit Squad. He debuted as Dolph Ziggler persona in 2008. Also included among yesterday's confirmed releases was Shelton Benjamin, who had been back with the company for 6 years after his original 2002 to 2010 run, and was a member of the 2002 OVW graduating class that also included Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Batista, and Randy Orton. Other releases included Elias, Top Dollar of Hit Row, Riddick Moss, Mustafa Ali, Dana Brooke, both Mace and Mansoor of Maximum Male Models, Emma, Shanky, Rick Boogs, and Aaliyah, as well as NXT talents Dabba-Kato, Yulissa Leone, Quincy Elliott, and Bryson Montana, among others. The round of talent roster cuts comes less than a week after approximately 100 corporate employees were let go in the wake of WWE's acquisition by Endeavor. In more news on the WWE acquisition under the TKO Holdings corporate umbrella, new research by news outlet Axios has revealed more behind-the-scenes information on the merger and Vince McMahon's status in particular. According to the report, McMahon is listed in TKO's SEC filings as a selling shareholder, meaning that his 28.84 million shares of TKO stock, currently valued at $3 billion, are for sale to the public. This was reportedly done to give McMahon and Endeavor some flexibility as the TKO executive chairman continues to be the target of a federal investigation into a misappropriation of funds linked to allegations of sexual misconduct. Axios' reporting uncovered the following statement from Endeavor amongst the SEC filings. Quote, Vince McMahon's membership on our board could expose us to negative publicity and or have other adverse financial and operational impacts on our business. His membership may also result in additional scrutiny or otherwise exacerbate the other risks described herein. Any of these outcomes could directly or indirectly have adverse financial and operational impacts on our business. End quote. Neither TKO nor McMahon have commented on the newly revealed information. Continuing with WWE business news, WWE Smackdown will be leaving Fox next year and moving to the USA Network, according to an announcement yesterday of a TV rights deal between WWE and NBC Universal, parent company of USA. The 5-year agreement is set to begin in October of 2024, with the show remaining on Friday nights. Included as part of the deal is a series of 4 primetime specials per year that would air on NBC. Although the press release touted this as WWE's first primetime presence on NBC, the company actually has a long history of primetime specials on NBC, dating back to the main event specials of the late 80s and early 90s. It was noted in the Wall Street Journal and elsewhere that Fox did not make an aggressive effort to keep SmackDown, and that the new NBC Universal deal is valued at $1.4 billion, which is 40% higher than WWE's current deal with Fox. Also of note in the Wall Street Journal report was the news that while USA Network will be getting SmackDown in 2024, the network is not expected to renew its deal to carry Monday Night Raw and NXT. Where those shows might go if they are dropped by USA is not known. Ring of Honor streamed last night on Honor Club, featuring matches taped last Saturday night at the Bryce Jordan Center in State College, Pennsylvania. 3 championship matches were featured on the show, with Katsuyori Shibata successfully defending the ROH Pure title against Nick Wayne, Athena retaining the ROH Women's World title against Angelina Love, who also wrestled in another tape match last night on Impact, and ROH World 6-Man Tag Team Champions the Mogul Embassy, defeating the Infantry and Willie Mack. In other selected results, Mercedes Martinez beat Trish Adora, Lee Moriarty defeated Lee Johnson, Action Andretti and Darius Martin bested Griff Garrison and Cole Carter, and El Hijo del Vikingo, Gravity, and Metalik went over Angelico, Serpentico, and Tony Nese. Vikingo was said to have injured his hip during the match. In ratings news, last Wednesday's Grand Slam episode of Dynamite showed marked improvement with an 11% increase in total viewership over the previous week, as well as the largest total audience in 7 months and the highest key demographic rating since last year's Grand Slam Go Home episode. A total of 984,000 viewers tuned into TBS to watch, up from last week's audience of 888,000. The rating in the key demo was 0.36, up from last week's 0.31, and representing 469,000 viewers. In more WWE news, the previously reported premium live event to take place in Australia was announced yesterday to be the 2024 installment of Elimination Chamber, scheduled to take place on February 24th at Optus Stadium in Perth. The event would be the first premium live event presented in Australia since the Super Showdown in 2018 at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. And Impact Wrestling aired last night on Access TV, featuring more matches taped September 9th at the Westchester County Center in White Plains, New York. The main event was a 10-woman tag team match, which saw the team of Mickie James, Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, Jordan Grace, and Impact Knockouts champion Trinity prevail over Angelina Love, Deonna Purrazzo, Giselle Shaw, Savannah Evans, and Tasha Steelz.
Oh! An Awesome Kong lighting up Giselle Shaw! Choke slam by Kong!
Oh, wait. Oh, come on. That wasn't enough? That wasn't enough?
Oh, is it time? The Implant Buster! Cover! Kong wins!
In an 8-man tag team match, America's Most Wanted and Team Canada defeated The Design, Kenny King, and Sheldon Jean. In other results, Josh Alexander beat Trey Miguel, Jake Something topped Dirty Dango, and in the Ultimate X Opener, Alan Angels emerged victorious over Ace Austin, Speedball Mike Bailey, Rich Swann, Samurai Del Sol, and Zachary Wentz. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.